Welcome to Bike Ride Reviews. I'm your host, Scott. A lot of people are opting out of a gas-guzzling drive to work and opting into a well-equipped e-bike for fuel savings, convenience, or just to add some fun back into your work week. The Level 3 from Aventon is a perfect example. It promises to arrive fully equipped to turn your daily drive into a daily ride. Plus, it's packed with next-gen features like 4G service, GPS tracking, a wheel lock that can be activated remotely, and a range of anti-theft features. So is the Level 3 the perfect commuter e-bike for under $2,000? Or is it just a pretty package of high-tech promises? We're gonna find out today. I've assembled several Aventon e-bikes recently, and in every case, the experience was straightforward and smooth. It's easy to get the bike out of the box. Grab the included assembly guide and tools, and start putting it together. I aligned the stem and installed the handlebars, front wheel, headlight, fenders, and rear rack. And then things got difficult. The Level 3 comes with a small piece of plastic trim that covers the cables where they enter the head tube. I did eventually get it installed, but it's much harder to do than it should be. Apart from this hiccup, assembly was straightforward. In addition to detailed instructions, Aventon includes grease and a spare derailleur hanger. The Level 3 is the latest in Aventon's line of commuter e-bikes. They offer it as a step-through or step-over in regular and large sizes. Aventon says that the size large step-over we're testing fits riders from 5'10 to 6'4, and the regular fits from 5'3 to 5'10. For the step-through, the figures are 4'11 to 5'7 for the regular, and 5'7 to 6'1 for the large. Unusually, Aventon also provides inseam ranges on its website to help buyers find the right fit. All frames come with an 80mm hydraulic coil fork and 50mm suspension seat post. The Level 3 ships as a Class 2 e-bike with a thumb throttle and 3-level pedal assist, with selectable torque and cadence sensors. The bike's speed limits can be adjusted from 12 to 28 miles per hour for pedal assist and 12 to 20 miles per hour for the throttle. Also, the throttle can be removed for full Class 1 compliance. The 36-volt electrical system includes a 500-watt, 60 Nm rear hub motor and a 19.88 amp-hour or 716 watt-hour battery pack. The battery lives in the down tube and is unlocked using the display or app. Aventon's Pace 4, Level 3, Aventure 3, and Aventure M all use the same battery and charger, so you can swap things around if you have more than one of these bikes. The Level 3 has a 5-button control pad and Aventon's BC280 display. Aventon does a great job of explaining the controls and functions, and I put a link under this video to the downloadable user manual. This bike comes with UL 2849 certification and UL 2271 on the battery. The bike's water resistance rating is IPX5, and the components are rated IPX6. These certifications provide peace of mind that the bike will be safe and reliable, even in the rain. The Level 3 has 27.5-inch aluminum rims, with a 15 by 100mm front through axle and a nutted rear axle. The 2.2-inch Kenda Quick 7.5 Sport tires have puncture resistance and reflective sidewalls. The drivetrain is Shimano Altus, with an underslung trigger shifter, 48-tooth chainring, and 8-speed 12 to 32-tooth cassette. The bike has Tektro HD E3520 brakes, with 180mm rotors. You might see some older reviews of this bike with the Majura brakes. Since Aventon released those bikes to reviewers, it's updated the Level 3 with these Tektro brakes to give it a motor cutoff and brake light activation. The angle of the stem can be adjusted to make the most of the 680mm riser handlebar and nice rubber lock-on grips. Composite platform pedals and an Aventon branded padded saddle round out the touch points. The Level 3 comes with full coverage metal fenders, a MIC-compatible rear rack, and integrated lighting with a headlight, taillight, and turn signals. Finally, there's a pair of bottle cage mounting points on the down tube. Like the other new releases from Aventon, the Level 3 has some useful high-tech features, including sensor switch. Using the advanced menu or Aventon app, you can switch between cadence and torque sensors to suit your riding style or mood. Ride Tune, which is my favorite advanced feature on the Level 3. Ride Tune makes it easy to customize the pedal assistance. Max torque output, assistance level, and pedal response can be adjusted for each pedal assist level. Clever graphs in the app show how your changes will affect range and overall performance. Security is enhanced by an optional password protection on the display and an integrated lock that immobilizes the rear wheel when parked. Both of these features can be accessed via the display or the app. Boost mode. When riding in turbo pedal assist level, you press the up button to engage boost mode, which increases torque by up to 120% for 30 seconds at a time, but can only be used once every 5 minutes. IoT services. IoT service is an extra cost option that connects the bike to a 4G network for advanced features. This service lets you remotely lock or unlock the bike and access GPS tracking and unusual activity detection modes, which sound the alarm and alert you via your phone if the bike is tampered with. All Aventon bikes come with this package for free for the first year, after which it costs $20 per year.
The Level 3 has good curb appeal, with a clean frame, nice welds, and a great finish. Details like the rear lights integrated into the seat stay and the integrated cabling really give the bike a clean, polished look. I fit the bike well at 6 feet tall and had plenty of room left on the seat post for adjustment, which bodes well for Aventon's claim that the bike will fit riders up to 6 feet 4. The adjustable stem allows you to change your ride position, and I found myself midway between an athletic stance and a straight-backed riding position after I'd adjusted it for my preference. Like the other Aventons that I've recently used, the controls are intuitive and easy to understand. Right out of the box, I found that the Level 3 has a well-tuned motor and torque sensor. Pedal assist feels peppy and responsive. The throttle, however, is a little bit more subdued, and it does take a little bit of time to reach the full power as it ramps up. Using the stock settings, the 3 pedal assist levels give a good range of power. However, Turbo and Sport do feel pretty similar when the speed limit is set to 20 miles per hour. You can up that speed limit to 28 miles per hour. That gives a lot more range between the 2 pedal assist levels. The Eco level is very subdued, which is perfect if you really want to extend your range or you're riding in tight, busy areas around lots of people and obstacles. There's also a 4th option, which is Boost mode, and that's supposed to up the torque for up to 30 seconds at a time. And then it has a 5-minute lockout where it won't let you activate Boost mode again. During my rides, I felt like Boost mode helped me to accelerate faster. But when we get into the test results in a little bit, you're going to see that this kind of had a few different results depending on whether we were riding up a hill or we were just straight accelerating from 0 to 20. I also like the tire size they've selected.
The 27.5 by 2.2 inch tires are easy to get rolling, grip well in corners, and they help provide a smooth ride. Despite the small tread blocks, the tires have good traction on gravel and dirt.
The fork and seat post really do a good job of ironing out bumps on your ride, and they even let you ride some light trails, like I'm riding on some light gravel right now. And I also did fine on some light forest trails over rocks and roots. I was especially happy with how well the 50mm suspension post ironed out any bumps that would be pretty uncomfortable on other hardtail bikes.
At 68 pounds, the Level 3 isn't exactly a lightweight. Unlike e-bikes with big, bulky tires, the Level 3 should also fit on most vehicle racks.
So that's what it's like to ride the Level 3. Now let's talk about what went well and what didn't work so well on the bike, in my headline pros and cons.
My first pro is that this bike is commuter ready. As promised by Aventon, the Level 3 is ready for commuting. It comes with metal fenders, a MIC-compatible rear rack, and integrated lighting, with turn signals and brake activation. The bike arrives set up for Class 2, and it's easily configured for Class 1 or 3. My second pro is the next-gen security tech. Aventon's ACU technology gives the Level 3 some solid features. You get built-in GPS tracking and geofencing, remote locking and motor shutoff, an integrated rear wheel lock, a display password, and unusual movement alerts with an alarm. My third pro is the deep customization. You can switch between the torque and cadence sensors. And the Level 3 also has Ride Tune, which is accessed from the app. And this lets you customize the max torque, motor assistance, and pedal response for each pedal assist level, with graphs showing how changes affect the range and performance. Together, these features give you simple, deep customization of the motor output to suit your riding style. My first con is the internal cabling execution. I build bikes like this on a weekly basis, but even following the assembly instructions, it's much harder to do than it should be to install the cover. And I think this might be because the Level 3 originally had the Majura brakes, which don't have extra cables for the motor cutoff and brake activation. A longer screw might have made it easier to get this cover installed. Having a USB-A charging port on a new e-bike in 2025 doesn't make sense. Most new phones come with a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, so many users will have to dig up an old cable to charge their devices while riding. And my third con is the charging port. The charging port's location is near the bottom of the battery, where it's hard to reach and it's exposed to dirt and water that are thrown up by the front tire, even with the fenders installed. There is a rubber cover, but if you forget to replace the cover after charging, the port could easily get filled with water and dirt. It's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. How did the Level 3 perform against its competitors in our standardized tests? To ensure our comparisons are relevant, I try to test all e-bikes using settings that are as close to typical as possible, which is usually the stock settings. I typically do the hill climb and acceleration tests in the highest pedal assist level, so that you can see how powerful and fast the bike is. Because of the new boost feature on Aventon's latest e-bikes, I'm testing Aventon's bikes once in turbo mode and once again using boost as well. The Level 3's motor output is best described as measured, but effective, and it maintains speed well. The bike completed this 79-foot climb in 3 minutes and 5 seconds, putting it ahead of the Pace 4 and Himaway Rambler, but slightly behind the Velotric Discover 1 and Himaway A7. Surprisingly, hitting the boost mode button on the second climb actually added 7 seconds to the bike's time. This pushed the Level 3 back to 4th place. In the medium elevation climb, the Level 3 was 1 second faster than the Velotric Discover 1 and the Himaway A7, and a whopping 27 seconds ahead of the Himaway Rambler. However, the Aventon Pace 4 beat its sibling up this hill by 2 seconds. Once more, adding a burst of boost slowed the Level 3, this time by 2 seconds. The Level 3's acceleration is smooth and controlled. Using the throttle, the Level 3 takes 11 seconds to reach 20 miles per hour. But with pedal assist, that time drops to 7 seconds, outpacing Himaway's A7 and Rambler, and the Velotric Discover 1 Plus, and making the Level 3 one of the quicker bikes that we've tested. Unlike in the hill climb tests, using the boost mode improved the Level 3's results, dropping the 0 to 20 times to 6 seconds using pedal assist and 9 seconds with the throttle. All the latest Aventon bikes that we've tested have demonstrated impressive battery range, and the Level 3 is no different. In the highest pedal assist level, Turbo, the bike covered 42.18 miles and 1,426 feet of elevation. That is a spectacular result, using an e-bike's most powerful pedal assist setting, and it easily beats all the comparison bikes, except for Aventon's Pace 4, which squeezed an extra 2 miles from the same 20 amp-hour battery, probably because of its lower weight. In Pedal Assist Sport, the second of the Level 3's pedal assist levels, the result was even more impressive: 53.26 miles and 1,610 feet of elevation gain. This outstanding performance again beat all of the comparison bikes, except for the Pace 4, which traveled another 1.5 miles. This shows that the Level 3 will easily handle long commutes, or multiple days of riding without needing a charge. In the braking test, stopping the Level 3 from 20 miles per hour took 18 feet, which is bang on the average for e-bikes that we've tested. Again, the Pace 4's lighter weight probably shows in this superior braking distance of 17 feet, while the Velotric Discover 1 and Himaway Rambler performed similarly. The Himaway A7, on the other hand, needed 23 feet to stop. The Aventon Level 3 delivers on its promise of providing everything you need in a commuter e-bike. You get excellent range, decent hill climbing performance, and all the key accessories. The security features also add real value. Sure, the charge port placement isn't ideal, and it would be nice if you didn't have to wrestle with that bundle of cables. But these are relatively minor issues on an otherwise well-executed package. For under $2,000, the Level 3 is a serious competitor in the commuter e-bike market. It handles daily commutes with ease, and it's plenty capable of weekend adventures. If you're looking to ditch your car for a tech-forward e-bike, the Level 3 is worth a look. Still haven't decided on your next e-bike? I've posted links in the description below to reviews for the entire Aventon lineup. Or check out bikeride.com for hundreds of other reviews. You'll also find our handy best bike lists and information on cycling events near you. If your bike needs some love, check out our bike repair videos and articles, or join others in the Bike Ride forums to discuss all things bike related. That's all I have for you today, but I'll be back soon with another review. To avoid missing a review, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm Scott, and thanks for watching.